Hello, everyone. So, I have been covering this story since 2018 when I first stumbled across it. It's about the wife school cult. I actually try not to talk about it because, for the most part, it seemed like even though Roe Cutno has never been arrested for what she did, it seemed as though she wasn't able to get as many victims. So, kind of like just moved along with it and said, forget about it. However, it as everybody was kind of worried about, people back then were worried about her older daughters and whether she would exploit them as well. And so back in April, I did a video about how she married off her 20-year-old daughter to some guy, and that was in April. It is August. Shortly after I made that video, and by the way, she changed her whole tune. Before her daughter got married, she would tell her students that women shouldn't be married before the age of 25, and I don't think men were supposed to be married before the age of 35. Go watch the video, I explained it in there. But suddenly, it was okay for her 20-year-old daughter to get married. Shortly after that, she scrubbed her entire page of this marriage. Like, she had posted wedding, I don't know how you, ceremony photos of her daughter being married, and then shortly thereafter, like a month or so, scrubbed all her social media, every reference to her daughter being married disappeared. And then a couple weeks ago, I told you that there was a battle going on with her and her former partner, business partner, whatever you want to call it, whatever, the couple that was involved, heavily involved in the wife school cult in the early stages and left at some point. They had been battling and I'd been tagged in it and I wasn't involved. Well, I have been quietly watching everything that's gone on since then. And I'm coming to share this information with you because it is disturbing. And I'm going to be sharing stuff, and I'm putting all the screenshots on my website so you can go and take a look at it for yourself. Make your own decisions. Make your own decisions about what's happening. But there's a lot of disturbing stuff happening. So I'm going to get started. First, I'm going to talk about the alleged marriage of her older daughter and the guy in April. So there was a marriage certificate posted. This is an alleged marriage certificate. I'm going to share it on my website. I'm going to share it with you right now. So the thing that was interesting about this marriage certificate, as you can see, is it shows that her daughter is listed as living in North Carolina. But we all know that they haven't lived in the States in a very, very, very long time. It brings into question whether this marriage certificate could be considered fraudulent. And again, I don't know if this is the real marriage certificate, but it's from the state of Utah. I have screenshots. They did an online marriage ceremony. Somebody sent me the video, so there's a video of it. I don't think I'm going to post that, but I'll post a screenshot of them during their marriage ceremony. But yeah, so saying that she lived in North Carolina is crazy when she doesn't live in North Carolina. Also, it says that the young man is 22 years old. I have taken out the names or their I left Ao's first name in, but I've taken out their last names because, again, this guy, I don't really know him and I don't know what happened. So, yeah. So anyway, that's the alleged marriage, and we're going to go back to that. But next, we're going to get into the next daughter. During all this arguing back and forth with the guy who was previously with the wife school, she posted a video which inadvertently revealed that the younger daughter was not only with a guy, we're going to assume married, I don't know, allegedly married, and she just had a baby. There was a new baby. So here are the pictures of, it's a screenshot from the video. As you can see, she's holding a baby. I have another screenshot here that she posted, I think today or yesterday, saying our son-in-law with his baby. And that guy who is supposedly the father of this baby, he looks like a minor. I don't know if he's a minor, but he looks very young. It's a very young looking boy. It's we know that Ife is she can't be more than 18, 19. So she, most likely was pregnant when she was a minor. Again, this is all alleged. I don't know. But yeah, so we have this very young man, this very young woman, new baby. Again, this is a lady that preached for years that you had to be 25 and 35 to be mature enough for marriage. Okay, now these arguments with this guy that used to be part of her group, back and forth, have revealed a lot of disturbing things and have, brought back the human trafficking allegations, whether she's human trafficking. Mind you, the young man that Ao married, he is from Ghana, I believe, and he traveled from Ghana to Thailand. There's a lot of bringing people out of countries into different countries, and so these arguments back and forth have revealed, or they brought back the human trafficking allegations, and also some other allegations that people have told me before, but I never really posted about it because I didn't really have any way to say that it was true. But I'm not going to read this whole conversation between this guy and Ife. Is it Ife? I think it's Ife. Yeah, I'm not going to read the whole conversation because it's kind of disgusting. I'm going to say trigger warning right here. I'll put this, I'll put these screenshots on my website. I'm only going to read a little bit of these screenshots because it's disgusting. And as a mom of a young lady, if somebody talked to my child like this, I don't know what I would do. I'll just put it that way. But it reveals something about what type of environment Ro had her daughters in. So I'm going to read it. All right. He wrote, now go play with, and this is Lauren Grandgenoa. That is Ro's husband. Play with his balls, you promiscuous little 304. And he said, is this the face you made when he snuck in your bedroom at night, little wild bee? And then she says, you're digging yourself into a hole you can't get out of. You made me uncomfortable as a child. Now that's all I'm going to read of those because, again, it's infuriating that anybody would talk to. I know that Ife can't be more than 18 and this guy is over 40. It's totally inappropriate. It's totally disgusting, and it reveals something about his character. And I'm not going to get into it. I'm going to talk about this child just admitted that she was in an environment that made her uncomfortable. That her mother put her in a place to be around men who made her uncomfortable, and that to me is very disturbing. Forget the allegation that he's trying to say that Ro's husband molested her. I've heard that before. I don't know if there's any truth to it, so I'm not going to spend time on that. But I am going to point out that this child just said that she was around a guy who made her uncomfortable, that her mom had her around. I think that speaks volumes to what's going on in Ro's, I can't even say home because she's all, they're very transient, so I don't even say home. I'm just going to say the environment that she raised her daughters in. So it really disturbed me. I was really disturbed by that. Again, if you want to read these screenshots, I'm going to post them. Go read them. It's clear that she wasn't acting in her child's best interest to even have this person around her. But back to Ao being married. Recently, Ao is claiming, and I'm going to play the video so you can watch the video. So I'm going to put the
Who
video.
does my late husband think he is to try to take money from my family? Okay, he's a scam artist. His passport is even fake, too. It doesn't have his real age. It doesn't. Okay, because his age was never real. It was never 22. It was probably 30 years old. Okay, so he's really a scam artist, and he's a faker. Okay, he stole my time. He stole my heart. He stole my family's time and our family support, and I don't appreciate what he did. Okay, he's an asshole. That's what he is, an asshole. Who does my...
Okay, so in that video, first of all, she says late husband. I don't think she understands that late husband only applies if the man passes away. So that says something about her education. and especially since Rose is so educated and she's educated her daughters. But she's now claiming that the young man scammed her and her parents. Now, that's really hard to believe because, one, there's a whole video of the marriage negotiation with AO and this young man in the video. I'm not going to post that, but it's out there. If you really want to see it, let me know. But she literally had a marriage negotiation where her mom picked the guy out, told him what the rules are of the marriage, etc., etc. And now she's claiming that she was scammed. How is it that your mother, who is a self-proclaimed expert in marriage and generational marriage, who is right there negotiating the marriage for you with the guy there, the woman who's the expert in marriage, who negotiated your marriage, allowed you to end up in a fraudulent marriage and get scammed? It's a little weird. Anyway, even before all of this happened, I also want to point out that this young man reached out to me on July 16th. So here's a screenshot. I did not reach out to this guy. He reached out to me first. He not only reached out to me through my website, he reached out to me on YouTube, and he reached out to me on Twitter. He reached out to me in multiple places. I told him to email me. He did email me. I had a brief conversation with him. He wanted to be kept anonymous. I told him that's not possible. It's not possible. Everybody knows who you are at this point. It's impossible to keep him anonymous. But I have emailed back and forth with him, and he's not coming. How do I say this? He is coming forward, but he wants to come forward in his own way, and I respect that. That's fine. But he also, wanted to talk to me by phone, and I don't talk to strangers by phone. I don't give out my phone number. It just fell off, and I'm glad I didn't, because I'm glad I trusted my instincts, because right after that conversation, all of this stuff between her ex-partner and her just blew up and went crazy. And I'm glad that I was like, yeah, I'm cool with talking on the phone. So trust your instincts. Always trust your instincts. Anyway, so those are the pictures, screenshots. I'll put some additional almost forgot. During this time that AO is claiming that she was scammed by this guy, she also posted a screenshot of what appears to be his ID. I'm going to say what appears to be his ID, to claim that he's actually 29 years old, closer to 30. I'm going to post that as well. You can look at it right here, because some people are saying that it's doctored. And you take a look at it. You let me know if you think it's doctored. But yeah, she's really leaning into this guy saying that he tricked her or whatever. She even said, in our leaked marriage agreement, my ex agreed to make $8 million minimum, as men in our family do. He's too poor-minded to understand and tried to force us to give $6,000 instead. Again, I feel for these young women, because their mom has brainwashed them. I mean, logically, all the red flags are there. These young women have been online arguing with this guy, cursing and carrying on in the most deplorable way. And allegedly, this is not what their mom taught them, right? But it's clearly this is what their mom has taught them. And it's really sad. It's really sad. But then on the crazier side, because I'm looking at the screenshots, she's already lined up a new husband. Yep. This is a picture of her with the new husband that she's going to marry her daughter up to. Again, this is giving prostitution. It is giving human trafficking. I've also gotten, I've gotten messages alleging that although the wife school stuff is not working the way it used to, she is now targeting poor Senegalese young men and women by offering them jobs. So I don't know. This is all allegedly. This is the new scam. She's targeting them because they don't have a lot of money. They're looking for work, and so she's somehow getting them to leave the country or come wherever she is and do work for her. And I don't think they're getting paid. So I'm just gonna put that out there. How true is it? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, as always, I post the information for you all to see for yourselves. You make a judgment. You decide what you think is real. I don't know. I do hope that anybody that's harmed in this gets help. I do hope that this lady at some point is apprehended and punished for all of this just ridiculousness that she's caused, this stealing from people, this abusing people, this all of these things. I hope she sees consequences. I don't think life is treating her well. I don't. I think that even though she hasn't been apprehended, she looks terrible. She looks like very unhealthy. Her husband looks terrible. Everybody looks bad. So, and all the diehards in the cult look absolutely horrendous. They look the worst. So, anyway, tell me what y'all think in the comments. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, I'm gonna try to put all of the videos I've done on this into one thing so you guys can see everything from the beginning to now, because it's going into, what are we at now? We're at 8 years, 7-8 years of this. So yeah, anyway, let me know what you think. And yeah, peace guys.